Forecast. Since I was sick, flying first class, I'm birds, but then took bird bath. No yellow brick road, I had a dirt pad. Ask my she gon' tell you I'm a dirt bag. Getting to the paper since PC had word pad. Tables might turn, but I still gotta serve that. Made the wrong step, might end up with a toe tag. Boy, being broke ain't even in my vocab. Making big moves like big mama. Javinci shirt spent 600. Make it rain on them all summer. Baby, go and get that rim money. She just came back from Amsterdam. See the big cam, all see the cash. Waving, never give it. Just being be mad at me. You ain't gon' that's blasphemy. I know the guys gon' for me. Louis V pouch at capacity. They can't make this in a factory. God just blessed me with it naturally. Green light, but we still wake up broke, that's blasphemy. Forecast. 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 Used to play Dreamcast. Forecast. Who eating less DoorDash? Forecast. 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 Used to play Dreamcast. Forecast. Who eating less DoorDash? Forecast.
Yo, I said they were coming for us, but that ain't make me no difference. Said they got something for nuts, but that ain't your ego, is it? Yo, thought I was coming one up, but I got my people clicking. Yeah, I can see yo, so ego driven. But I'm just a real G, I suppose. Tell the man put it on me, I suppose. The envy, I suppose. Cause the girls get friendly, I
The Rockets play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Houston, Texas. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Portland right now in the middle of a road trip.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
I think it's always that way when these guys get together. The fans and the players are jacked up. Even the vendors are ramped up, talking stuff. It's a special matchup for sure.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. The kick out to Simons. Here's Kamari. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now Simons. Paul George missing from long range. And Simons, here we go. Here's George driving to the basket. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Pass to Sharp. It's rebounded by Houston. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Up and in on the layup. Irving's got 5 points so far. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession. And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
Now Irving. Here's George. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. George has got his second bucket.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
To the right side. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Kamari. And Ware pulls it down. Rockets leading by 4. Now here is George. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Irving for three. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Ayton wide open. That shot missing. Left side, George. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up. The Rockets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting. This season, and rightfully so.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Rockets making a change here. Trailblazers trailed by 6. .114 left to play in the first. Outside, Avdia. Back to Simons. Pass to Kamare. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 17. No good off the front iron. Houston leading by 6. Now Reeves. And that one is stuffed right through.
Reeves has understated size for a guard attacking that rim.
Here's Sharpe. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
And here is Irving. He's got 5. And that one is good. Reeves has got his second bucket tonight.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Simons. He has yet to score. Here's Kamare. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Fires the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Rockets.
The Trailblazers, 12.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the paint. Wants to get it to Grant and does. Here's Murray. And the shot falls short this time. Houston leading by 3. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick. in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Pass to Sharp. And it's Grant in the corner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. It's a three-point game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. A nice shot by Simons.
And while he's not the biggest guy in the world, Simons will battle and make some tough shots like that one.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
You are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Count it. Nisi's got his first points of the night.
When it's Green making plays for others, that's a really good sign for this squad.
Here's Sharp. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Green. Nothing on the board. And Green slams it in.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
Frank, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Rockets leading by 5. Clark outside. Out to Smith. 1:49 left in the first half. And it's Donovan Clingan with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:49 left to play here in the second quarter.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
The Rockets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
I tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
Now, here is George. He's got 8. The tray. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Grant outside. Pass to Murray. Paul George with the steal. Left side, Irving. .54 seconds left in the first half of the game. The good-looking shot from the wing. Irving's got his third basket of the night right there.
I think Kyrie is really frustrating for the defense because he makes it look so easy and his shot is so natural.
And that one's good by Henderson.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Rockets.
Tries the spin move. Out to Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And McGrady drops them both. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Rockets leading by 7. George with the ball. He's got 8. Pass to Irving. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
And that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Has to Ware.
They know it's true. We on the move. Aye. Yeah. Eyes on the money, I stay in my bag. Taking my city, it's put on the map. Hustle was harder, I had to adapt. They hate me, they love me, how funny is that? I step in the lights, it's getting them hype. Don't got them all, we just got a night. Yeah, that's the way that we live in this life. We stay going in. Tell me where I would've been if I took your advice. I bet that would've dropped the price. If they be trying to lock me down, well then they better read my rights. Ayy, no we don't play. What they gon' say? Radio K. Do this all day, tell them we straight. Ayy, ready whenever I been show. Y'all really know where y'all info. Yeah, they copy like tenfold. We on the field, we gotta survive. Walk through the door, need my award. I said we keep on scoring. Y'all just keep it score. Give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My brain said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile to even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. It's the anthem. For love and you know the team is strong. It's your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue.
Good to have you with. On a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter Allie LaForce.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
You won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Here's Sharp. After the basket by Houston. Pass to Simons. They set the screen. The shot off that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Here's George. The three is up. And Ayton pulls it down. Avdia outside. Now here's Sharp. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
What a dunk from Ayton. This is how dominant he can be down low.
Left side, Irving. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Now here's Sharp. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. George with it. Now Sharp defending. Jacks up a three. Nice shot by George. George has got 5 now.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Off target at the rim. Blazers trail by 5. Down low. Here's Ayton. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Back to Irving. Puts up a 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Avdia with it. Guarded now by George. .146 left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Paul George.
And just great commitment to the play. Simons doesn't let the foul stop him cold.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Blazers trail by 4. Avdia outside. Up top, Ayton. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. The Rockets lead by 4. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Soft touch leaves the defense helpless. Nice little floater there by Kyrie.
Pass to Avdia. Simons outside. Over Clark. Simon's shot is good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Just, like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Irving. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Reeves with the ball. Defended by Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Reeves, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Kamari, no good. On the wing, Irving. Fader on the way. Doesn't go for him. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Houston up 4. And we'll be back shortly.
The Trailblazers 7.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Houston's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game is confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. Here's Henderson, and he drops it in from the low post. Henderson's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, how about the touch from Henderson? Sinking that floater with confidence.
Back to Irving. It's good from about 19 feet.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's McGrady. He's scoreless. And it's good. 2 points.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Left side, Irving. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
To the inside. It's stolen. From the top of the key. And it's Houston scoring again.
There's the athleticism from George, getting loose out there.
Inside. Blocked. And he drives in. Uneasy, too, on the layup. And now a 10-point Rocket lead. Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game. When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. To the middle. Seibel on the wing. Here's McGrady. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter. And it's getting them to the free throw line.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
You got to respect the three-point shooting of Reeves. He can be dangerous from there.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half. And there's the lob.
Nice lob. This is where Klingon can get a lot of his points early on while he's developing the rest of his game.
Outside, Green. A minute 22 left in the first half. The shot by Misi, no good. Blazers trail by 10. Henderson scanning the floor. Tipped. Now here's Reeves. He's got 5. Outside, Green. 54 seconds left to play in the half. Henderson outside. Pass to Thibault. To the paint. Clingan. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
At 7'2", Clingan is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
And here's Reeves. There's a screen. Three-pointer. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Grant. No points yet. Rebounded by Green.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Three-pointer Sharp. That one no good. And so it's the Houston Rockets in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Now Irving. And here's Clark for 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Clark's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Simons outside. Outside Sharp. Back to Simons. Here's Avdia. And it falls all over the rim and in. Avdia's got his first 2 points of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Sharp, no good. Houston leading by 14. Irving with it. 10 points for him.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Sharp with it. Irving picks him up. Hayden with a screen. 19-footer. There's Simons with a 3. He buries it from 3. Simons got 6.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
Here's Irving. No good with a layup.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Out to Simons. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Simons outside. Down low. Here's Sharp. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Outside Irving. Here's George. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And just not letting the tough defense stifle him. I mean, George gets the shot he wants. Hustle pays dividends, I'll tell you. And when it's getting you to the line like that, whew, man, what a night.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Brooks outside. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. Misses in close. Blazers trail by 9. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. And it's Ware missing. So it's Portland now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Sharp. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
George with it. Now Sharp defending. Stolen by Sharp. Now the Blazers on the move. And Ayton gets it to go. Ayton's got his third basket on the night right there.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And it's Brooks missing. Blazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. 6 points for him. Pass to Avdia. Here's Ayton. Outside Sharp. From down in the low post, it goes. Sharp's got 4 points in the quarter.
I just love the ball move.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Inside. Ware. And that one is stuffed right through.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
Pass to Sharp. There's the 3. The rebound by Ware. George outside. Shoots over Ayton. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their...
The Trailblazers, 34.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Blazers trail by 7. Here's McGrady. On the take. Oh, my goodness. How about that? And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Henderson with it. Green picks him up. Pass to McGrady. Lets the 3 fly. Unable to get that one. The Rockets lead by 5. Here's Reeves. Here's Misi. Shots blocked. Now the Blazers moving it up. Here's Thibault. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thibault's got his first bucket in this one.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Shot is good by Reeves.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Blazers trail by 6. A moment here for an injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Houston. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And to have an injury like this so early on in the season isn't easy, but they're confident that they'll be fine while they wait for him to come back. They certainly have a next man up mentality, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Pass to Reeves. It's tipped. And they're able to recover. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. 6-point game. Back to Henderson. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Reeves. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Nice concentration from Reeves. Never loses focus despite the contact.
Henderson misses.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Now here's Reeves. McGrady grabs a miss. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That'll be a second foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Sharp. Count that one.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Houston leading by 6. Here's George. Takes it inside. And the jam by George.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
They get it back. Blocked!
The strong defense from Brooks, using his instincts there to come away with the block.
George outside. Pass to Ware. From the arc. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Here's George. Drops in the 3. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Rockets.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-4 run. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires away from way outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
She pull up on me or not. Waiting in line for some Jordans. I probably spend more on my socks. Got me shelling this like a rock. I be these like Dahmer. I'm too I ain't getting calmer. If they're trying to book me for a show and it ain't over 50, I don't even bother. Trying to crack jokes, but